This man was drifting, but the track he was on was the death zone, a section that terrified all the drivers. To everyone's shock, a Toyota 86 was speeding through this area. The car only had 200 horsepower, while the other competitors had far superior vehicles. But Jack's cornering speed was incredibly fast. This was a technique called zero counter inertia drifting, used by his mentor. Now, Jack's Toyota 86 was entering the death zone, a section filled with volcanic ash blown from a nearby volcano. Many volcanic ash particles were on the surface, making the track and tires prone to slipping. This area was infamous for causing cars to lose control easily. The falling volcanic ash was called falling white death, and cleaning trucks were constantly clearing it, only for more to accumulate shortly after. Jack's coach warned him to slow down, but Jack said he would adjust his driving style. The coach didn't know what Jack meant. Jack's thought process seemed far from normal. The coach soon realized that this wasn't the usual tire slip. Jack was deliberately throwing his tires out of alignment to enter the turns. His ideas were as wild as his techniques. Jack continued drifting through the turns without slowing down. The coach thought Jack's traction control system was malfunctioning, but to his surprise, Jack had asked for the system to be completely removed. He thought Jack had lost his mind. How could anyone race in these conditions? Jack used rally racing techniques to challenge the death zone. Everyone thought Jack was crazy, but Jack earned the official system identification, something no one had achieved in this area before. No one had dared to accelerate through this section, and this was the first time that zero counter inertia drift had appeared on this death zone track. The coach couldn't understand Jack. He didn't think this method would allow Jack to win. Suddenly, the official screen displayed Jack's ranking. He was now in 10th place. Jack had already passed several cars in the death zone. Jack felt the tires regain traction, and the death zone was about to end. Next came a continuous downhill section, which Jack found very easy. His position moved up to 9th. The last time Jack raced, he finished in 16th, but now he was in 9th place, using only a 2-liter NA car. This part of the track, with its influence from the lateral forces, tested the driver's skill. But Jack's skill was exceptional, and he easily made it through the bends in this section. The factory engineer, watching the race, was impressed with the car. It matched Jack's driving style and suited this special track perfectly. Jack's performance in Section 2 had earned him a huge advantage as he moved into Section 3, where he again increased his position. He was now in 7th place. Jack's system identification time had already surpassed the previous record of the other racers. The system identification only evaluated the driver's technique, but the real challenge of the race came from the overall performance of both the car and the driver. Now, Jack was entering the longest straight section of the track. After the straight, there was a 2-kilometer uphill stretch leading to the finish line. However, Jack's Toyota 86 lacked the power to handle this challenge, and he struggled with the climb. His position dropped to 8th place. Despite his impressive cornering speed, the lack of power from the Toyota 86 was something Jack couldn't change. Luckily, his position stabilized, and he managed to maintain 8th place. Jack's performance in the qualifying rounds shocked everyone. After the race, the coach asked Jack who had taught him to drive. Jack simply explained that it was his mentor who taught him. His mentor was an expert in drifting, and compared to him, Jack felt his drifting skills were nowhere near as good. His drifting technique was the worst in the racing school, but drifting wasn't part of the formal curriculum. So, in his free time, his mentor would take Jack to rally tracks to learn the technique of shifting weight, often using soft suspension cars and practicing on low-friction surfaces. Jack recalled those times with his mentor fondly, as his mentor was like another father to him since Jack had no father of his own.